Well, good morning, everyone. And first of all, thank you very much to South Summit for giving us the opportunity to be here today discussing about social entrepreneurship and corporate volunteering. I'm here today with Selina Lesta, who is our technical partner in the area of corporate volunteering at the Foundation, and two of our most committed and proactive employees from Endesa. So now I hand it on to you, Selina. Thank you very much. She is going to give us a general view of the situation of social entrepreneurship and corporate volunteer across associations.
Okay, thank you, Blanca. Well, first, what is this about social entrepreneurship linked to corporate volunteering? No? I'm going to try to explain why the link and why it's important to corporates to promote this social entrepreneurship within their corporate volunteering programs. On one hand, for companies, it's really important to promote entrepreneurship as an ability, as a competence within their employees. Why? Why is this? Because actually reality and context is constantly changing, and large companies or medium-sized companies, it's hard for them to keep up with the changes. They are big, they have their processes, their systems, and it's hard for them to embrace change with all these systems and these processes in place. So they need, and it's really valuable for them to have these people within the company, these employees, that are happy to change, that are proactive, that propose new ideas, that they have this entrepreneurship spirit, that they are innovative, they are not afraid to take risks, they want to endeavor, and they won't stop until these ideas they have are taken into place. But also they have this characteristic that entrepreneurs are everywhere. Here we have lots of them. And they usually try to make up their own business. Why would they work within a large company if they have these abilities and these competencies? Well, some people take advantage of the tools and the infrastructure that the large companies can provide them in order to put these ideas into place and to carry them out. So these intrapreneurs, these people that have this entrepreneurship spirit, but also do it within a company that we call intrapreneurs, are really important for companies, and every day more, because companies, as we said, need to keep up with change and need people that are driving this change within the corporate organization. So on one hand, we have this importance of entrepreneurship within companies, and on the other hand, we have corporate volunteering programs. So what is volunteering, and why are companies inviting their employees and their stakeholders to take part into their community engagement strategies? Companies have sustainability strategies. We just heard many sustainability-driven entrepreneurs talking about the importance of being more social and environmentally impactful, positively impactful within businesses. Well, large companies, of course, have their own agendas and their own strategies to achieve this. And taking these strategies into place, it's not easy for them. They need to change culture, they need to promote values, and values, culture, they are not just a line in the website, they have to be lived, they are behaviors, they are attitudes, and they're actions. It's how people live and how people do the job, how people put in practice these corporate strategies that are sometimes like a little bit more rigid and cold. So people have in their personal environment and in their personal lives, they have these social concerns. They are citizens, they are concerned about their social reality, about environmental problems, and they want to take action. So a way for companies to promote this engagement, to let their employees know that they can be a team not only in business but in other things and in personal things too, is to invite them to participate in these community engagement programs or corporate volunteering programs. So we have this need to promote entrepreneurship within the companies, to promote innovation, and to identify, empower these people that have these competencies. And on the other hand, we have the need to make people live the company values and the sustainability strategies. So here's the link between both of things that take us to the next level. So within the corporate volunteering programs, we have and we need to have the space for this specific people that are leaders within the company, that have these interests, and that not only want to put in place new ideas, take risks, make changes, but they also want to make changes in a social purpose-driven projects, or social purpose or environmental purpose-driven projects. So here is where companies can give the freedom, give the tools, and empower their employees in order to do it within the corporate volunteering programs, and of course, adding up to what they also can do within the business model. So here we have why in many, many companies, they are within their corporate volunteering programs promoting this social leadership within employees. And also because it's a very good way to involve the whole company. It's not the same when companies invite the employees in a corporate, with a corporate sign or with a corporate newsletter, but when a colleague of yours is looking to your eyes and says that he is committed to this cause and will invite you to participate in a project that he or she is leading, of course it's more compelling, it's more convincing, and actually is what motivates a lot of volunteers. So just to wrap up, are all corporate volunteering projects drifting into promoting leadership? Well, actually, not always, because within companies there are also a lot of diversity, as in society, as in every community, and not everybody wants to do and to have the same role. There are lots of people that want to have a leading role, an active role, and there are people that just want to go help, have a social commitment, but maybe they are not interested in being the leaders and having everything in charge, of coordinating, of making up the idea, taking the risks, and everybody has to have their place, and everybody needs to have this possibility of participating and of being part of the social change that their company is promoting. So having said this, I hope it has contextualized a little bit on why and how is the trend of companies in this social leading projects. And now Blanca is going to tell us how Fundación Endesa and Endesa is doing it.
Well, thank you very much, Selina, thank you very much for your review. Now I'm going to briefly talk about how our organization, Endesa, sees and feels about corporate volunteering. The strength of this sense of community that you just talked about is one of the main goals of having these volunteer programs throughout the company. For us, volunteers and employees are along with a social response that a company wants to give to the needs of our society and environment. We believe that on professionalizing the area of volunteering by using and developing digital tools to manage not only the satisfaction of our employees, but also the well-development of these programs. A carefully designed variety of these social programs, so every single person, every single of our employees will find exactly the suitable one they want to carry out, we think is very, very important. For this, we have an active listening, and of course, along with the prior lines of our foundation, which are the shortening of the social divide, as well as the fighting against climate change. So we also think that this sense of community, strong community, solid one, that we want to promote with all these programs taking place, will also give the chance to our employees to develop the necessary skills they need to carry out with certain programs, leadership, team management, public speaking, and so many other skills that are so useful, not only for their professional careers, but also for their personal lives. So we are very much committed to this. Well, actually, what brought us here today is the social entrepreneurship programs. And we believe that they are a kind of programs that enclose so many different skills from our employees, and the commitment with a serious commitment and support to the NGOs that need this real help from corporations and that we are willing to give. So our goals, our main goals throughout these programs are basically based on awakening that leader spirit that we believe lots of our employees have, and grabbing the challenge we are offering them to having a unique opportunity to develop a program of their own based on the needs identified just to the very close environment. So that we believe is a unique opportunity that brings along that leadership that we want to promote, and that gives room also to a very strong community of volunteers that are willing to come along with your project and collaborate as a secondary positions, but also very important to development, to the well development of them. You are face to face to a real cause with a real budget, a real team, and a solid commitment to an NGO, and of course to our organization who is promoting the program. So we believe we are very much aware of the challenge that this is for our employees. And they not only develop that particular program, but they become the necessary bridges between organizations, between NGOs and corporations, to give them the visibility they need to have around companies to promote and to develop the social programs. As I said before, we have two of our most committed and volunteers from Endesa that they have actually, both of them, worked in a proposal to this program. We don't know yet if they're going to be winners and if your cases are going to be real cases. We hope they will. But we would like you to explain briefly to all of us what encouraged, what encourages you to decide not to only grab this opportunity, but also to think that you had to work in this especially and particular social cause. So Dinara, if you want to start, and then Maria Jose can tell us about her experience.
Yes, thank you so much. Yes, I decided to become a volunteer because I think it's an opportunity to give voice to someone else who needs it, to give voice to an NGO who in the most of the cases doesn't have this opportunity, this visibility, or this voice, no, to sharing the main cause of these organizations. So I think being a volunteer is an opportunity, is an opportunity to give my knowledge, my skills, my energy to help them, is a commitment too, and I think it's a big responsibility too, because we have to identify real actions with real impact in the company, in the organization, to help them. So it's a big responsibility, and I think it's very challenging too, because you have to think in ideas, you have to think in different ways to help them to get that objective, no? So I think if we just think in our opportunity to give a little bit of us, I think together we can build a better society. So I'm committed with that, with our cause, that is Porque Viven, is our NGO that we are helping right now.
Great. I want to point out that Endesa Foundation, it's very much aware of that generosity from our employees. They want to share their experience, their knowledge, and of course, their time. And talking about time, Maria Jose, what do you think of this opportunity or developing corporate volunteering during working hours?
As you know, being a volunteer is like a way of living, no? So if Endesa gives us the opportunity, the chance of having our working time on this, it's like a gift for us. I think that having this corporate volunteer is like I don't know, like a salary for soul, yes? Maybe it's not material, but it's emotional. So for me, not only time, and I know that time is our most important thing in life. You have time in your working time. So when I say to come here, of course, my boss, Vicky, says to me, why do you ask to me this? Because she says, please go and enjoy this, because it's like a feeling in Endesa that we want to share these kind of opportunities, because as I said, it's like a reward for us. Yeah, and not only that, we have time and we have many options, because the foundation gives us many options for doing it, and you can choose the moment, which of them you can do in that moment, because we are many. And in these challenges, we have the opportunity of training our communication, as you said, Blanca, communication, sharing with our colleague, improving our soft skills as leadership, connecting people, mobilizing our colleagues. And it's really magic when we are different people. Maybe we don't know each other because we work in different departments, and it's a real chance for us. So I invite to all the companies to do this, because it's really, like I said, a gift for us, and it gives value to your time, because it's something that is giving you something for your soul, and you feel more motivated doing this kind of things. And in some way, we are empowered by this, because we have like the opportunity of impacting in the world, not only as Endesa, because we know the impact of Endesa in the society. Endesa looks for impacting in a social way in the society, and for me and for us, is like that. We are very proud of it.
Yeah, it's true that these programs, not only social entrepreneurship programs, but volunteering in general, gives you that sense of community that is very needed inside the organizations. and as we said, the development of skills, and I think the high value that we give back to you as employees being involved in all these offers that we are launching from the foundation. What about this leadership program? Do you think, before this was offered by the foundation, did you think about yourselves as leading a social project? Was it a dream, something that you have always thought of, or was it like a new opportunity that after thinking about it, you decided, yes, actually, I'm going to go forward and I'm going to think about a social need where I want to give a response? What do you think about that?
Yes, well, in my case, for example, I think in this, in Porque Viven, and we thought with the team, and what we can do for them. And we found this program, and I think is an opportunity because the program give us tools and give us autonomy to decide what we can do for them, what we can do to give them voice, what we can do to give them visibility, and what we can do to move a lot of people to the same cause. So I think the impact is very high for this initiative. This initiative is Porque Viven. Porque Viven is a children's palliative care who ensures the quality life of the children and their families in their last years of life. And they thought they are alive, so we can do a lot of things in this moment for them, no? So I think we are a kind of bridge between Fundación Endesa and this organization to help them, it's opportunity to know them, is for us to know them too. So I think this kind of freedom, autonomy give us responsibility again, because we are responsible to move this, to gain the objective, no, the main goal that we have, and I think is grateful, no? It's very rewarding to see this, and it's very grateful to be here, and that there is opportunity that we can do together this, because we don't feel alone. We don't feel with your support, no? With the support of this program. So I think I'm very grateful with that.
Great. Maria Jose, we know you are actually the leader of your social entrepreneur program. So tell us about the action plan, the struggling you have been faced by developing the program, your connection with the NGO. How is your marketing campaign to make other employees to come over to your action? Tell us a bit, how did you manage that, and how long did it take you? And well,
okay.
A bit of...
We are working on it, but...
You're still working on it?
It's like a secret, but now. But we talk about the working time, and it's true that we are having not working time for doing this.
Do you have many employees that are following your course?
Yes.
Yes.
Because
okay.
Imagine you have to connect. We are the bridge, I am the bridge between an NGO, Soñar Despierto is like dreaming awake, and there's a foundation. So we have to connect them, and my idea was creating like a Dreamers Club. Yes, it's for teens. Which are in the caution of the government, because they can't be with their families, so they live in centers, and we are going to give them the chance of doing an itinerary where they can review values, beliefs, their goals, making an action plan. And this is going to be done by our volunteers. So it's so amazing to be able to change the world, but really, maybe not, yes, because we are part of the world. So if we change the way of thinking of these things from 14 to 18, they are going to see the life in another way. So for me, it's like a dream to be able to do this, because it's really unbelievable what you feel when you do this from nothing. You are working, and one day, and the foundation says to you, there is a challenge for you, and you say, this is my time for this. I was waiting for it. So I'm really happy to do this, and I only can say you that maybe people can think that this is not is like that you lose energy or time on this, and not you are investing your energy, and this gives you energy for going on working and for being totally proud of working in this company. So I invite to all the companies to give this salary of soul, as I say to you.
Yes, I think you make tangible, no, your dream. So I think
Yes.
that.
Yes.
Good. Do you believe that the organization is giving you the right support and training, and you feel that you have you've been accompanied throughout the path to make your goals real? Do you think you are well prepared, and you have the advice and our support always? Well, I think we are running out of time, and we hope, thank you very much, and we hope that this small talk has been satisfying for you all, and that we have, well, that makes other companies and other organizations to be more active in all about volunteer cooperation. So thank you very much for coming.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.